Madam Speaker, Mr. Vice President, members of Congress, I have come here tonight not only to address the distinguished men and women in this great chamber, but to speak frankly and directly to the men and women who sent us here. That is what my economic agenda is designed to do, and that is what I'd like to talk to you about tonight. And that's why I pushed for quick action. And tonight I am grateful that this Congress delivered, and why this administration is moving swiftly and aggressively. We will hold accountable those responsible, force the necessary adjustments. Third, we will act with the full force of the federal government to ensure that and assure the continuity of a strong, viable institution that can serve our people and our economy. Still, this plan will require significant resources from the federal government. And yes, probably more than we've already set aside.
Let me see here. Let me see what I got in my left pocket. Constitution, Declaration of Independence. It seems as the farther away we get from 1776, the less liberty means in this country. We've lost it. Liberty simply means, even by a biblical standard, it means choice. That whenever I don't have a choice, then I am under tyranny. I'm under oppression. Whenever I don't have a choice, whenever the government forces me to do anything, I can point the finger and say, tyrant.
It's time that we ask ourselves, that we ask our families, that we ask our neighbors, to remember what the founding fathers of this great country have set before us. It's a time for us to raise our voices, to demand our representatives who they are to serve. The government can't control the economy without controlling people. And they, being the founding fathers of our nation, knew when a government sets out to do that, they must use force and coercion to achieve their purpose.
Telling us that we need to be bailing out the financiers. These are the people who proclaim they were experts. So if you're so expert and you laid it all on the line, this is your risk. You absorb it.
We must get these folks active so that we can ensure that our philosophy of freedom and liberty continues on in this country as they become the leaders. That they're not shy to stand up for freedom and stand up for liberty.
But what I have learned over the past few months is that when one nobody combines her voice with thousands of other nobodies, we can make a noise that can be heard all the way in Washington, D.C.
That you spread the word, the gospel of freedom and our God-given rights.
Have them join their local group, get them active. Let's keep this freedom philosophy going for the next 100 years and beyond.
Ready to stand and take back America on the things that we were founded on. On principles that we are sane enough to control our own lives.
Private files under threat of imprisonment or confiscation of our hard-earned property, believing that the government has a right to take. They do not have a right to take. It's when government, by the point of a gun, or the power of the military, says you don't have a choice, call it what it is, tyranny. America, let's not be bashful about calling what's going on right here. America is suffering under soft tyranny. It's not social creep, it's tyranny. It's not choice, it's tyranny. No citizen of this nation should be walking in fear of its government. The government should be in fear of us. Let me tell you something. The election of Barack Obama was not the fulfillment of Dr. King's dream. And Dr. King said, no, not color of skin, content of character, or shall we say content of individual responsibility. It was about empowering the youth as the common man. That's what it was all about. It was about saying in a society where there was a plethora of pigmentations, that doesn't matter. Who has violated his oath? The oath says to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. Liberty shall be resurrected in this nation that was founded to be one nation under God.